Hello, and welcome back to the SCP series, where I tell you about 5 different SCPs each video. Right now, we are currently talking about the Safe Class SCPs. Now before this video starts, I must put a disclaimer, for I will be reading each SCP's description directly from the SCP Wiki. None of the information that I'll be telling you is of my own writing. With that said, let's get right into it.
SCP-300 appears to be a small, round, stainless steel bowl filled with variable amounts of individually wrapped pieces of candy. Taped to the side of the bowl is a handwritten note, reading, "Take no more than 2, please." Attempts to remove the note have been met with failure, as have attempts to hide or obscure it. Testers have noted finding it impossible to avoid reading the note, and those who approach it from an opposite angle are aware of this request. When a quantity of candy greater than 2 pieces is removed, regardless of the means involved, the offender instantly has both hands severed at the wrist by an unknown method. Tests involving remote manipulation by Class D personnel resulted in the operator's hands being removed despite no direct contact. It is to be noted that the 3rd piece must be removed within a certain time frame. After 24 hours, the count resets and additional candy can be removed. SCP-529 is a small house cat with gray tabby markings. Parts of the animals to the rear of the end of the ribcage appear to be missing. The body terminates sharply as if sliced in two. In spite of this, the animal has no health problems and moves about as if its hindquarters were still in place. For example, walking takes place as usual, and sometime after feeding, the animal makes motions as if to void itself of waste matter. The cross-section does not apply to the interior of the animal, but appears pure black to the eye and absorbs all non-visible wavelengths of light. It is slightly yielding to the touch. Gently stroking of this area sometimes yields a positive reaction, purring and so on, but more usually leads to the creature turning on the agent, claws at the ready. Those scratched have experienced no abnormalities. The hind regions do not appear to be invisible. A cursory examination will show that there are no hindquarters. DNA testing has shown the animal to be female. SCP-143-FR is a fenced chicken coop located inside a farm in the department of Lozère, France. The latter was built during the late 1800s and was abandoned in 1905. As of today, no other location inside the farm appears to be affected by anomalous events. The farm has surface area of 250 square meters. After thorough testing and research conducted inside the farm, including SCP-143-FR, and on captured specimens, Foundation researchers have come to the conclusion that the SCP-143-FR anomaly consists in a genetic mutation, occurring gradually from birth to sexual maturity, induced by the latter in certain animal species. It results in an anatomical evolutionary regression in affected animal specimens. However, it appears that only Gallus domesticus specimens born inside the area covered by SCP-143-FR are vulnerable to its effects. SCP-1057 is an animate, empty space, 5 meters long in the shape of an adult tiger shark. It does not appear to have any mass, however, it displaces water by an unknown mechanism. SCP-1057's refractive index is approximately that of air, which makes it partially visible when it immersed in salt water, as well as its anti-shadow is discernible under bright light. Experiments involving the insertion of inanimate objects into SCP-105's body have revealed that there's nothing there. However, further experiments along these lines are contraindicated as this triggers extremely aggressive behavior on the part of SCP-1057. SCP-2295 is a patchwork stuffed bear approximately 0.46 meter from head to foot and stuffed with synthetic fiber and cotton. SCP-2295 has a small, anatomically correct pin of a heart on the left side of its thorax, and a bow wrapped around its neck. The fabric and color of SCP-2295's patches vary. Tests confirm that no components of SCP-2295 contain any anomalous chemical properties. SCP-2295 enters an active state when within 2 meters of a human sustaining major trauma to an organ. When in the proximity of 2 or more possible subjects, SCP-2295 will invariably choose the youngest subject. SCP-2295 will anomalously produce scissors, white thread, and either sewing needles or a crocheting hook from its mouth and use any fabric and stuffing in close proximity to fashion an instance of SCP-22951, a patchwork imitation of the subject's organ. SCP-22951 vanishes from sight and the subject falls into a state of unconsciousness. SCP-22951 instances then replace the subject's damaged organ via anomalous means. The whereabouts of organs replaced this way are undetermined. If there is no usable material in close proximity, SCP-2295 will use fabric and stuffing from itself. SCP-2295 regenerates 1 gram of stuffing every day until completely replacing any lost or used stuffing. Note that fabric used this way does not regenerate, and additional fabric must be placed near SCP-2295 for the purpose of self-mending.
This concludes today's documentation. I apologize if you had any hard time understanding what I was saying because of any stuttering or word jumble. If I've missed any information or have gotten something wrong, please comment down below and share your thoughts. Until next time, friends, stay safe.